Okay, hi Richard, lovely to meet you. Where did you come from? What's your job?
I work as a systems engineer for the UK for the Flashblade business unit.
Fantastic. So we're at GTC. It's an AI conference. What's Pure Storage doing here?
It's a really exciting conference and we're really glad to be here sponsoring the event. Predominantly we're here supporting our partnership with NVIDIA, where we created a reference architecture called AIRI, which stands for Artificial Ready Infrastructure.
Oh, fantastic. So I must admit, you did get mentioned in the keynote as one of the certified architectures. So tell us a little bit about what that certified architecture is made up from. What does it mean? What does it do?
Yes, essentially it's a reference architecture that speeds up the time to deployment for artificial intelligence workloads. So it's a combination of NVIDIA as a compute platform, Flashblade from Pure Storage as a storage platform, a data hub, and then Arista or Cisco as a networking platform. And together we provide the reference architecture so our partners and our customers can deploy technology and deploy artificial intelligence rapidly without having to think about the infrastructure aspects. But most importantly, they can do multi-node scaling. So if they want to do artificial intelligence training beyond 1 GPU to 2 GPU to 3 to 4 GPUs, we create the AIRI scaling toolkit that allows our customers to be able to scale their training much quicker across multi-node training and make it very, very easy to consume that.
Not to mention, you have what can be described as the most bling rack I've ever seen in the world.
We like the orange, so it's really good.
Well, it's the gold writing on the side. I've been blown away by that.
It's amazing how many people have commented on the rack design. People still love stuff that sits in a data center.
Well, I must admit, if there's one thing I will give Pure Storage, they are possibly the best marketing tech company I've ever seen.
Thank you, but actually it's beyond the marketing, it's actually how the platform works and ensures that the data hub isn't a bottleneck for the whole data pipeline. So when we think about workloads that run in a data pipeline, it's not just the training aspect. It's also the ingestion, it's the transformation, the cleaning, the labeling of the data, the exploration phase, and then the training phase. And all of those are very, very different workloads. So to bring innovation to that use case so that you don't have to move data around, because the more data you get, the better your training models. But the bigger data you get, it starts to have gravity. So moving it around between those different pipelines becomes increasingly challenging. And that's really why we developed AIRI, is to allow our customers to be able to do training very, very quickly, keep the data in place and make it the most efficient platform.
Fantastic. So you've essentially gone and developed something that helps with, well, so we've been talking to a lot of different data scientists and we've all sort of come to the agreement that actually 80% of machine learning and AI is that data pipelining, that data cleansing, that data tagging, metadata, all of that piece, which is the really laborious, very intense type work. And I'm assuming that's what you're referring to when you're talking about this sort of moving data around very easily.
Yes, exactly, and effectively what we want to do is make sure the GPUs are kept fed so that you're getting the absolute maximum amount of utilization about those GPUs, because they're an expensive resource, right? They're being deployed, they're being used, and you want to keep sure that they're fed so that your training is running all the time, 24/7, and and storage and the infrastructure isn't the bottlenecks. Because if those are being fed, then more importantly, the data scientists are being fed also. So it's all about increasing utilization and making it easy to consume. Because the data scientists don't want to be a storage engineer or a storage expert, they just want to be able to consume and be able to build their models as rapidly as possible.
Yeah, and as we saw from that keynote yesterday with the sort of histogram of time as a developer sort of or an AI data scientist waits, you click the button, go home, click the button, go for lunch, click the button, you guys essentially making, also as much as keeping the GPU busy, you're keeping the data scientist busy by delivering him the results that he can iterate on quicker with a lot less sort of time in between experiments.
Yeah, making sure those data scientists aren't just sitting around drinking coffee, I think is what Jensen mentioned yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was. Look, Rich, thank you ever so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting us.
No, welcome. Thank you.
Cheers.
Lovely to meet you. Cheers.